Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak shares the latest on her situation with her estranged husband, Kroy Bierman. The RHOA alum offered the update more than 2 years after she and Kroy filed for divorce. Kim Zolciak laid it all out on the table. On Wednesday, October 22, the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum invited fans to hit her DMs with any questions. Kim didn't put any restrictions on the request, but reassured her followers she would provide the actual truth. One of the inquiries was about Kim's estranged husband, Kroy Bierman, and his recent statement about their marriage. Thoughts on Kroy's Insta post, the user asked. "My thoughts are it's unbelievable and not true," Kim replied. The Q&A session went down more than 2 years after Kim and Kroy first filed for divorce. The exes have since sold their Georgia mansion for $2.75 million and are now living separately as they navigate the divorce process. Kim touched on the split during her July 31 appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, admitting that her and Kroy's co-parenting relationship could be better. "I would like to communicate more regarding the children, but it's just not there right now," she said. Although the divorce has undoubtedly been rough, Kim appears to be thriving in her new chapter, and it's thanks, in large part, to her loved ones. "How do you remain positive in the face of adversity?" another fan asked this week. Kim listed 4 main sources of support: God, her and Kroy's 6 children, her family, and her friends. Kim Zolciak and Kroy Bierman may have once embodied the glamorous ideal of reality TV romance: lavish homes, luxury cars, 6 beautiful children, and a spin-off documenting their life together. But lately, their relationship has taken a turn Kim herself once admitted she never saw coming. The couple's unraveling has played out like its own mini-series, full of whiplash twists, emotional lows, and moments that leave fans wondering whether reconciliation or finality lies ahead. Now, Kim is offering new insight into where she stands with her estranged husband, and her revelations are as complicated as their ongoing saga. A marriage in limbo. The pair's relationship first made headlines when they announced plans to divorce, only to withdraw the filing, reunite, then refile again. Months of accusations, legal motions, and cohabitation under tense circumstances followed. No longer the carefree pair viewers saw on Don't Be Tardy, they instead found themselves tangled in financial issues and emotional strain. According to Kim, the situation remains in flux. Though the divorce filing remains active, she admits neither she nor Kroy fully understands what the final outcome will be. What was once seamless, making decisions together, tackling problems as a team, has shifted into uncertainty. "We're figuring it out day by day," she has said. "Some days are easier. Some are incredibly hard, but the one thing that's certain is that our kids remain our priority." Still under one roof. Despite their estrangement, Kim and Kroy are still living in the same house. The expansive estate that once felt like a symbol of their success has become the setting of an uncomfortable standoff. Co-parenting within the same walls hasn't been easy, especially when emotions run high. Kim describes mornings where the household cautiously tiptoes around routine, afternoons where the children shift between parents like referees trying to maintain peace, and evenings where tension feels thick even when no words are exchanged. Still, she insists both she and Kroy do their best to shield the younger children from the turmoil. "They need stability," Kim explained. "We try to keep routines normal: school drop-offs, sports practices, family dinners. It's not perfect, but we're doing our best." The financial storm. At the heart of their chaos sits a complicated web of financial strain. The couple has faced foreclosure scares, tax issues, and the weight of maintaining a lifestyle that once seemed effortless. What was once a point of pride, their high-end aesthetic and elaborate spending, has now become a source of stress. Kim acknowledges that money problems placed unspoken pressure on their marriage long before the public knew anything was wrong. The fairytale image was cracking behind the scenes. "It's easier when things are going well," she shared. "You don't realize how much pressure finances can put on a relationship. It changes how you communicate. It changes your patience." For years, Kroy handled household finances, but as difficulties mounted, questions arose about their spending habits, investments, and debts. Kim maintains that while the situation is incredibly painful, it has forced her to reassess her own relationship with money, security, and trust. A mother first. No matter how tense things become, Kim reiterates that motherhood is her center. Her 6 children, Brielle, Ariana, KJ, Cash, and the twins, Kaya and Kane, keep her grounded. She describes chaotic school mornings, family chaos in the kitchen, and late-night conversations where she encourages her kids to express their feelings. "Our home isn't traditional right now," Kim admits. "But love hasn't changed. I want them to feel safe and heard. They are the reason we fight through the hard days." The older girls remain particularly protective, offering emotional support as Kim navigates unfamiliar territory. They've stepped into more adult roles, helping care for the younger siblings and reminding their mother to take moments for herself. Still, the emotional weight of uncertainty is not lost on anyone. Co-parenting in a crisis. Even with the strain between them, Kim says she and Kroy are committed to their roles as parents. They're often seen attending their children's activities separate at times, united at others. The awkwardness is palpable, but the shared mission is clear. Kim has admitted that establishing boundaries has been complicated, especially while still sharing a home. "There are days when co-parenting feels natural, the way it once did. Other times, minor decisions turn combative. We're both learning a new way to communicate," she explained. "It's a process. We aren't perfect. We still argue. But I believe we'll find a rhythm. A path toward healing or closure." When asked whether reconciliation is possible, Kim doesn't give a firm answer. Some days she feels hopeful. Other days, closure feels inevitable. What she does know is that time and clarity are needed, and both are still in short supply. She shared that therapy has become an important tool. Not just for the couple, but for the children as well. Hearing a neutral voice helps them untangle years of layered emotions, expectations, and disappointments. "I don't know if the marriage will survive," she said. "But I do know I want us both to heal, whatever that looks like." Life after reality TV. Kim admits that stepping back from reality TV has forced her to face parts of life she once kept tucked behind designer handbags and comedic confessionals. Without cameras, she's confronted fears and insecurities she never had time or willingness to explore. She's spending more time at home, rediscovering hobbies, and reconnecting with people she neglected during busier years. There are still business ventures and aspirations, but right now, her focus is emotional stability. "I didn't expect to be here," she confessed. "But sometimes life has a way of bringing you back to yourself." What comes next? Kim says she is not rushing the process. Not the divorce, not healing, not reinvention. For now, she's learning to live within uncertainty and finding small pockets of peace where she can. She maintains that despite everything, she does not regret her marriage. She speaks of Kroy with a complicated tenderness, acknowledging their history while wrestling with their present. "He was my best friend. He gave me 6 incredible children. He supported me in every way. Whatever happens, that will always be true." As the dust slowly settles, the world watches, waiting to see what comes next: reconciliation or a fresh start. For Kim, the future remains unwritten. In her latest update, one thing remains clear: love and heartbreak can exist side by side. And sometimes, surviving both is its own victory. It's been a very long, painful, hard, and sad road, but it was the best for me, she wrote in response to another Instagram question. I finally chose me and my kids. She touched on the romance during her aforementioned WWHL appearance, saying she met her mystery beau through a friend. You know, I sat in that house and just worked and tried to take care of everything for 20 months, and I finally met someone great, she said. So, are wedding bells in Kim's future? The Don't Be Tardy alum told fans she was open to walking down the aisle again, as she believes wholeheartedly in marriage. Learn more about Kim's life today, including where she and her parents stand more than 13 years after their fallout.